Good afternoon. So that all may experience the meaning and enjoyment of this important occasion, we kindly request that you silence all devices. We thank you for making this a respectful and joyful occasion. At this time, we ask that you listen to a safety announcement.
Welcome to Matthews Arena. For your safety, please take a moment to locate the exits closest to you. If an evacuation is required, please proceed calmly to the closest available exit and follow the direction of university officials and emergency personnel. If you see something, say something. Thank you, and please enjoy the event.
The procession of graduates will now begin. Would all guests and graduates please rise as you are able, and please remain standing until you are asked to be seated. The Dean of the College of Engineering, Gregory Aboud, will now lead the academic procession.
Good afternoon. Please be seated. Welcome, class of 2025 and guests. It's my honor to be here with you to celebrate this afternoon. I'm Mike Yeagley, Associate Dean of Undergraduate Education. Thank you. I know this is an exciting time for you and your families and friends who have gathered here for this event, and I am delighted to have our Provost, David Madigan, with us here today. We are also excited to be able to celebrate with you this afternoon. I'd like to start by recognizing members of our graduating class who are current or former members of our military services. Would you please stand? We are all truly grateful for your service. Before we bring our graduates to the stage, I'd like to recognize those students who have received national and international awards. I'd like to ask our awardees to stand as their names are announced. First off, we have the Hodgkinson Award. This is one of the university's highest honors for graduating seniors. Yep. Colleges nominate their students on the basis of academic and experiential performance. Congratulations to Adeline Zoe. Next, we have the Compass Award. Each spring, Northeastern's Office of Alumni Relations recognizes 9 outstanding students from the senior class. Who during their time on campus have demonstrated a true commitment to leadership, volunteerism, academic integrity, and the Northeastern community. Congratulations, Gabrielle Rose Bailey. Next, the highly competitive National Science Foundation Graduate Research Fellowship is awarded to outstanding students who are pursuing a graduate education, who have demonstrated the potential to be high-achieving scientists and engineers early in their careers. This year's recipients are Matthew Coughlin, Dominic Pizzarella, Maya de los Santos, and again, Maddie Zoe. Those receiving honorable mentions include Caitlin Ramesh, Lenny Sang, Congratulations. All right, given by Northeastern's Student Affairs Office, nominated students have impressive experience that is commensurate with the university's mission, ideals, values, and academic plan. Engineering has 18 out of the Huntington 100. Please stand up to be recognized. Karina Davis, Paloma Figuero, Adam Hackinson. Where are you at? Next we have Katrina Lee. Jose Metza Yamosas. Elizabeth Nemec. Dante Peen. Magnolia Salmon. Victor Santos. Kathleen Chapey. And last but not least, Linda Yan. We have many students who have achieved a very high grade point average, summa cum laude. For students who maintained a perfect 4.0 GPA throughout your undergraduate studies, would you please stand to be recognized? Quite an achievement. Finally, for our COE Honor Society inductees, please stand if you're a member of one of our engineering academic honor societies: Tau Beta Pi, Omega Chi Epsilon, Eta Kappa Nu, Pi Tau Sigma, or Alpha Pi Mu. All right, let's give another round of applause to all of our award winners. It is now my pleasure to introduce my boss and the Dean of the College of Engineering and Professor of Electrical and Computer Engineering, Dr. Gregory D. About. Dean About earned a Master of Science and Doctor of Philosophy in Computation from the University of Oxford, where he attended as a Rhodes Scholar. An internationally renowned and highly cited scientist, Dean About is well known for his contributions in the general area of human-centered interaction, or human-computer interaction, rather, and specifically for his groundbreaking research in ubiquitous computing. He is a member of the American Academy of Arts and Sciences, fellow of the Association for Computing Machinery, a member of the ACM Chi Academy, recipient of the ACM Eugene Lawler Humanitarian Award for his work in autism and technology, recipient of an ACM Sig Chi Lifetime Achievement Award for research, and the ACM Sig Chi Special Recognition Award for mentoring. Let's give it up for Gregory About.
We have a full house today. A reasonable amount of energy, but I'm sure that will grow as the afternoon passes. So good afternoon, and welcome to the College of Engineering undergraduate graduation ceremony. Today it is my distinct honor and privilege to congratulate the more than 900 engineering graduates for satisfying all requirements for the Bachelor of Science degree. I also want to join you in celebrating with your parents, family, friends, all of whom have supported and made sacrifices to help you throughout your years at Northeastern. Please take time to join me in thanking all of these people, because without their support, we would not be here today to celebrate. I would also like you to join me in thanking the people who make the College of Engineering the great place that it is. Would all of our faculty, staff, department chairs, assistant, and associate deans for the college please rise? Thank you for everything that you do. It's been a long journey, one that's not always been easy. You've had to overcome significant obstacles. The curriculum in all of our engineering disciplines is demanding. We've set high standards, with each student expected to not only master rigorous fundamental engineering principles, but also to be able to apply such principles to design creative solutions to real-world problems, whether through classwork, co-op experiences, research, clubs, or significant capstone design projects. Graduating as a Northeastern engineer is quite an accomplishment, and you and your loved ones should be very proud. The class of 2025 is truly an outstanding group and has many accomplishments we want to herald. Here's just a sample of the amazing things you have done. Your research is leading to bold innovations. As part of the NASA CubeSat launch initiative, you have been working to launch a satellite, Pleiades Atlas, into space. And in collaboration with the Electrical and Computer Engineering Department, you've been working on the world's first sub-terahertz satellite network platform, which has potential to provide high-speed internet access to remote parts of the world. You published and presented your research on AI and its impact on underrepresented populations, including, most recently, at the ACM Computer Human Interaction Conference in Hawaii. This is a long list. Your hands are going to get raw, but that's okay. You participated in the International Genetically Engineered Machine, or iGEM, student competition in Paris, presenting your research on improving the smell of compost by targeting the microbial to increase sustainability. You were named as inventors on a provisional patent for an alternative method of PFAS treatment for work you completed while on co-op at Practical Applications Incorporated. You founded ventures to address real-world challenges and were recognized with Women Who Empower awards. ZOR is a non-invasive and portable medical device that predicts epileptic seizures through breath analysis. Remetra is a wearable medical device that measures autoimmune inflammatory markers through sweat and transmits the data to a mobile platform for tracking and analysis. You applied your education to improve healthcare locally and globally. You designed a rear sensor for a wheelchair at a cost of under $100 as compared to $10,000 for existing solutions, increasing the mobility of a person with multiple sclerosis and limited vision and hearing. You founded the student club Give a Hand, which develops low-cost 3D printed prosthetic hands. You traveled to Ghana with the Innovators for Global Health Student Club to present to the Kiebe Government Hospital a neonatal pulse oximeter design and assess their needs for future projects. Your student clubs have been recognized nationally. You placed third at Disney's National Industrial Engineering Case Competition. You received the American Society of Civil Engineers Distinguished Chapter for Region 1 and were a recipient of the ASCE Certificate of Commendation. You served as president of the International Scientific Research Honor Society, which is recognized as a student chapter of excellence. And the group also received a Chapter Program of Excellence Award for its Research Immerse program. You maximized your experiential learning through co-ops around the country and the world. While on co-op at Apple in Silicon Valley, you received a full-time job after graduation as a camera process engineer. You examined bone samples from diabetes patients using CT scans and microscopy at Beth Israel Medical Center in Boston, and then applied your research and microscopy skills, I need to work on that, to batteries on co-op in San Jose at QuantumScape. You expanded your engineering education with experience in management consulting while on co-op in Saudi Arabia. After your co-op at Universal Creative in Florida, you furthered your interest and experience by founding the Theme Park Engineering Club, where you have served as president. I would be the faculty advisor for that. Just future note. Such achievements inside and outside the classroom take much more than just skills. They also require hard work, dedication, motivation, and resilience. Graduates, you have worked very hard. You've reached what you may have thought at one point to be impossible. But we're now here to celebrate your accomplishments because you have made it. Now, you begin the start of the next exciting chapter of your life's journey as a Northeastern engineer. You belong to an elite group, not only as graduates from the College of Engineering at Northeastern, but also as engineers who make up less than 2% of this nation's workforce. You have the knowledge, skills, and experience to make an impact in today's complicated, rapidly evolving, and highly technological world. Use your skills and experience to become leaders. Don't just follow the examples of those who lead the world today. Strive to be even better as an independent and open-minded thinker and as a creative problem solver. And I'm going to step away from the script for just a moment. Today, a lot of decisions are driven by anger, fear, and a refusal to understand all sides of an issue. I am begging you to lead with love, compassion, and a thirst for knowledge to understand. Please. Now, we've tried to guide you down the path to become not just good engineers, not just great engineers, but transformative engineers. And as you know, transformative engineers are prepared to discover and then solve the important, complex problems of our world. I hope that the personalized experiential learning you benefited from at Northeastern has inspired a lifelong desire to continue your own personal education. While some of the details of your education may become outdated in the years to come, the process of acquiring a set of skills and applying them appropriately in the rich context of our world, that will never be obsolete. Please do not forget your alma mater. Northeastern may have changed you, but you have most certainly changed Northeastern. And you will continue to influence this great university. Share with us your successes, which we know will be many, but also share with us your struggles, which we hope will be few. Graduates of the College of Engineering at Northeastern, congratulations. Now it is my pleasure to introduce your student speaker for the class of 2025, Matthew Marias Johnson. Matthew is graduating with a Master of Science and a Bachelor of Science in Bioengineering with a concentration in biomedical devices. Matthew?
Hello, my fellow engineers. After years of hard work, dedication, and doom scrolling through reels, we are finally ready to graduate. We, the COVID class, started college during the pandemic, a time when it seemed like the world itself was determined to keep us apart. It was a great challenge for us to rise above, for us to come together like never before. With neighbors bringing groceries for those immunocompromised, businesses and families dealing with supply shortages, and all of us finding ways to connect and support one another while staying 6 feet apart and preferably in a well-ventilated area. Perhaps the greatest lesson it taught us was the willingness of our society to find unity, as it was together we found our way. Now, our subscription to COVID has been canceled for some time, and we, the class of 2025, are faced with perhaps a greater challenge. Just like those before us, it is our turn to inherit the world. Greater yet is our challenge as Northeastern students, as if this university has taught us nothing else, is that our community is global. There is an entire world in need of our help. As the engineers of this new age, it is our job to create the world of tomorrow, to do great things which were once thought impossible, to fix the environment, to cure cancer, to reach out into the stars, to not only have a dream of a better tomorrow, but to make it a reality. Some of us have already begun to do these great things, yet many of us, it seems, are intimidated and still unsure of what our journeys will look like. We question ourselves, writing off our talents. We tell ourselves that these great dreams we have are only that, dreams, that they are for people more qualified than us, that they will never be accomplished. I myself, when I heard about this chance to speak, despite this being a lifelong dream of mine, wrote off the opportunity. I told myself that there must be someone else more capable and deserving, that to even try was to be an imposter, posing as someone more qualified. It is only when we accept these doubts and say, I know it is crazy, but I'm going to do it anyway, that we make great things possible. When we are finally able to take that moment to make our dreams known is when we allow that great unity of our society to strengthen our resolve. I had another crazy dream this year, to run 100 miles with my friend Campbell Lee and use the momentum to inspire others to chase great and intimidating things in their lives. Just like all of us, I started by telling myself that I couldn't. But before long, I got on board with Cam, and then I dared to tell others what we were planning to do. There were naysayers. I still had doubts of my own. It was when we took that moment to accept our doubts and choose to chase anyway that our dream became a possibility. It was then that people seemingly began to come out of the woodwork to support us. It reminded me of the pandemic, when people I didn't even know came together trying their best to help. And so, for months, we worked towards this goal, inspired others to chase great things, drank disturbing amounts of milk, and yes, each ran 100 miles. And yes, it took a few days, but I am now able to walk again. But in no world do we cross that finish line without the collected efforts of the community we found. It taught me that to achieve greatness requires two things. It requires that we, in the face of our doubts and fears, choose to do great things, that we allow ourselves the space to dream, to then allow the world to come together around us. We need to do our best so that we can inspire others to do their best, so that we together can achieve great things. Take your time. Find what calls you. When you do eventually find that thing that scares you, I pray you let it. That you choose to accept your fears and dream anyway. We, the class of 2025, have our whole lives ahead of us and a whole world of support behind us. We cannot let these dreams be dreams. It is the things that are hard that are worth doing. It is a chase, a race that we do not know if we will win, but we pour our hearts out for it anyway. We have a global community, a global network with a global impact. We need to be our best selves in it so that together we can create the world of tomorrow. You need to find what works for you. Find your place to contribute, your greatness, your place among the stars. And so I pray that we all do not go gentle into that good night. We are the young leaders and movers of this world. What we lack in experience, we make up for in enthusiasm. And together, we will make this world a better place. Despite what we may think of ourselves, we are capable, we can change the world, and we, the Northeastern Engineers of 2025, start today.
Every year I learn that it would be better just to let the students speak. One year I may learn that lesson. Thank you, Matthew, and we look forward to hearing all your successes.
Thank you, Simon.
It is now my pleasure to welcome our guest speaker, Stephen Lynch. Steve is an accomplished engineer, entrepreneur, and energy industry pioneer. Over the course of his career, he has combined technical expertise with visionary leadership to drive innovation in clean energy, smart technologies, and sustainability. After earning his electrical engineering degree from Northeastern in 1989, Steve began his career at General Dynamics Electric Boat, contributing to the construction and systems engineering of nuclear-powered submarines for the U.S. Navy. He later co-founded Energy Curtailment Specialists, which became one of the nation's largest privately held energy demand response companies. It was acquired in 2014 by NRG Energy, a Fortune 200 company. Steve also founded and is CEO of IntelliStar, an Internet of Things company focused on smart building technology and microgrid optimization. IntelliStar's real-time control systems help facilities operate more efficiently while supporting a cleaner, more resilient energy future. Steve is the youngest of 5 siblings, who are all Huskies, and he credits his Northeastern co-op experience with shaping both his mindset and career. Inspired by his brother Patrick's extraordinary resilience following a life-altering injury, Steve has remained grounded in the values of perseverance, humility, and service. He has served on the board of the Make-A-Wish Foundation of Western New York and supports a variety of community and youth initiatives. Whether building high-impact companies or mentoring the next generation, Steve is committed to using his experience to create lasting, positive change. Please join me in welcoming Stephen Lynch.
Good afternoon, Northeastern. To the class of 2025, congratulations. You did it. I'm so honored and humbled to return to this great university, not just as an alumni, but as a fellow Husky, to celebrate this incredible day with you all. It's hard to believe. It's been 36 years since I sat where you are today. Northeastern runs deep in my DNA. I'm the youngest of 5 siblings, all Huskies. And I've passed that legacy on to my 2 sons, both proud graduates of the College of Engineering. Our family's connection to this great university spans 50 years, a half-century of Husky pride. My mom was the heart of that legacy. She is in the audience with us today. She ensured all 5 of us had a chance to succeed. She believed in us. Speaking of moms, let's not forget tomorrow is Mother's Day. And I know there are many proud moms in the audience today, cheering, crying, taking pictures, probably all 3 at the same time. Let's agree, none of this would be possible without them. To all the moms in the audience, happy early Mother's Day. I still remember a day just like this, sitting in the audience, not behind the mic, but in cap and gown, excited, nervous, hopeful. I just finished a 5-year tour of duty, a co-op veteran. Battle-tested skills like Frogger 101, a crash course in survival, played out in real life every time you crossed Huntington Ave. I was leaving Northeastern with newly acquired skills. Skills that would become my greatest asset. Tools that would quietly power me through life. My Northeastern degree became my superpower. Not only because of what I learned, because of the person I became while earning it. What sets Northeastern apart, it's more than a place to learn. It's a place to do. Through co-ops, global campuses, world-class research, Northeastern is reshaping what education looks like. One of my most defining parts of my Husky journey, just like many of yours, was the co-op program. My first co-op was at General Motors. I walked in a little nervous, not sure if I belonged. And then there I was, designing real assembly lines. Later, I had 2 co-ops at a nuclear power plant. The scale, the responsibility, the precision, it blew me away. This brought everything I had learned into the classroom into focus. These co-ops didn't just prepare me for work, they gave me the confidence to contribute from day one. But today isn't about the past, it's about your future. It's about the hard-earned journey you have completed and the one you're about to begin. Let's be honest, engineering is not for the faint at heart. You chose a path that demands precision, creativity, and discipline. You tackled differential equations, fluid mechanics, circuits, and capstone projects. You didn't just survive, you thrived. There's one lesson from my time at Northeastern and from my career that followed. It's this: engineering is more than just solving problems. It's about understanding the world you're solving them for. That means staying curious. It means listening, really listening to people who think different than you. It means not just bringing your brain to the table, but your heart. Because whether you're designing infrastructure, building clean energy, writing code, or launching the next startup, the goal is not perfection. The goal is impact. So when you walk across the stage into the next chapter of your life, remember this: you're part of a powerful legacy. Not just mine, not just your family's, but a legacy of Northeastern engineers who don't just build things, they build better futures. You don't have to change the world in one grand gesture. That's not how real change works. It happens in everyday life. The way you lead a team, the way you design a solution with empathy, the way you apply what you've learned with thoughtfulness, honesty, and heart. So be bold, stay grounded, keep learning. It's now your turn to take your superpower out into the world. And remember, once a Husky, always a Husky. Congratulations, class of 2025. Go out and show the world what Huskies are made of.
Hold on, stay up here. Mama Lynch, good job. I now have the privilege of reading a citation for Steve on commemorating this event. To Stephen Lynch, clean energy visionary, industry innovator, proud steward of a Northeastern family legacy. Since your undergraduate days as an engineering student at Northeastern, you have exemplified the resilience, ambition, and innovative spirit that define our university community. A trailblazer in the energy management industry, you co-founded a startup that helped shape the early demand response sector. You built energy curtailment specialists into a multi-million-dollar enterprise that strengthened the nation's grid resilience and scaled sustainability practices through its acquisition by NRG Energy. A bold entrepreneur with the remarkable ability to see around corners, you founded IntelliStar, harnessing the transformative power of the Internet of Things to drive a new era of energy efficiency. As CEO, you continue to position IntelliStar at the forefront of smart building technology and energy, driving cutting-edge IoT solutions that empower businesses to build a cleaner, more sustainable world. A devoted alumnus and proud parent, your remarkable family legacy at Northeastern spans generations of achievement and dedication. Your continued engagement and support uplift our community. And your philanthropy and leadership with the Make-A-Wish Foundation reflect your commitment to service for the benefit of humanity. Therefore, on the occasion of your address to the 2025 graduates of Northeastern University's College of Engineering, we celebrate both your extraordinary professional accomplishment and your embodiment of our university's values of innovation and positive impact. The 10th of May, 2025, Joseph Aoun. Okay, now the fun begins. We're going to now begin the recognition of each of our graduates. The marshal will now lead the graduates by row to the podium. I ask the department chairs to take their place to offer congratulations. Graduates, remember to bring your tassel card with you so as you cross the stage, and nothing else besides the Northeastern issued flags if you choose. Okay, here's the protocol. You're going to hand your card, they're going to read your name. You're going to walk up to the stage and approach me. I will be standing here facing you. I will extend my hand. If you'd like to shake my hand, you're welcome. If you want a fist bump, whatever, I will do that. As you shake my hand, there's a photographer right there taking a picture. You can look at me, you look at the camera. This is your moment. And then you will proceed off stage. We'll take a little look at the camera here so that people can see your bright smiling face. And then we can wave to the camera or whatever. Okay? Out of respect for your fellow graduates, after your name is called, please follow the marshal's directions and return to your seat until the end of the celebration. I will remind you that there are 3 special surprises at the end of the name calling. So please be patient. And remember, I've got to stand that whole time too. So.
And now, Department of Bioengineering.
Matthew Marias Johnson. Austin Hurley.
David Song.
Wayne Nguyen.
Lily Bahramand.
Tehetina Yana Segayi.
Lauren Elizabeth Piasecki. Joshua Ryan Piatok. Erica Angela Moore.
Hannah Young Carter.
Michelle Meseonsnik.
Jenna Noel Cassier.
Geneva Joe Ganga. Megan Elizabeth Sullivan.
Rachel Renee Holly. Arushi Gupta. Christian H. Hans.
Olga Alexeyevna Pialing.
Zihad Sajad Saeed.
Alexis Month Quinlan.
Marley Lopez Paul.
Alyssa Constance Riley.
Taylor Nicole Cook.
Sophia Vialba.
Haley Lynn Norris. Amelia Alva Ruth.
Andrea Huang.
Brooke B. Joe.
Adel Advay Parambath. Rushil Kiran Patel.
Andrew Zane Hodgkins.
Jonah Lyndon Sachs.
Pratush Iyer.
Grace Hillary McNally.
Quincy Reagan Sassoon.
Braxton Giovanni Ersoy.
Ava Kai-Yun Kynes Tang. Rebecca Claire Scott.
James Adrian Bellinger.
Dylan Samuel Lasky.
Shivam Patel.
McKinnon J. Brennan.
Maya Brooke Waldman.
Alan Nathan Grinberg.
Andrew Facile Moreland.
Joseph Thomas Kern.
David Zhao.
Abigail Elizabeth Kearns.
Patricia Hart Delgado.
Catherine Elizabeth Knuth. Megan Mullaney Griggs.
Lucy Ann Wilson.
Albert James Radogna.
Jessica Ann Hayduck. Olivia Page Durleo.
Isabel Alberta.
Michaela Grace Moots. Ahmed Antar Ibrahim Khaled Ramadan.
Andreas James Kiermeyer.
Trevor Rylan Callahan. Gabrielle Rose Bailey. Kyle Alexander Ferris.
Jason Shu.
Zoya Okulova. Karina Esperanza Milliken.
Mia Weisman.
Marin Elizabeth Alcorn.
Oliver Trejo. Ajay Sharma.
Matteo Couto Frignani.
Riley Carl Marsolek.
Aiden Melville Tillman.
Satira Star Kays.
Sheila Mause Carey Sasavi.
Nathan Almeida. Nishanth Chinadurai.
Caitlin Marissa Ramesh. Magdalene Bahati Namwira.
Lucia Arabit Loosbrock. Abigail Catherine Lamontagne.
Jackson Alfred Biggs.
Sophie Julia McNally.
Sarah Saposh.
Ananya Regupathy.
Anjali Mingxia Liu.
Caroline G. Worth.
Katie Rose Dewhurst.
Abigail Gabriela Kazan.
Romina Belen Dianderas.
Isabella Florit Fares Ribeiro.
Charlotte Shulkin.
Gabriela Emilia Milevsky.
Catherine Siobhan Larson.
Abigail Ruth Prendergast.
Karma Simone Desai.
Caitlin Victor. Natalie Sturman.
Annika Tara Ruberti.
Adam Christian Hawkinson.
Sarah Grace O'Brien.
Tarun Saravana Kumar.
Rahul Padmanab Mamtora.
Cameron Neil Atkinson.
Christopher Wilk.
Thibaut Anthony Evans. Irini Alexandru Barcelo.
Emily Michelson.
Angeli Corinne Dumornay.
Faith Giselle Lukang. Bennett Gill Hartley.
Elena Park.
Caroline Elizabeth Dial. Anna Colleen Decker.
Caitlin Rose Lowry.
Devya Ravi Kumar. V. Kanfan.
Ann Griffin Elliott. Kira Elena Fisher.
Anna Emily Matthew.
Shreya R. Wadwa.
Neha Varma Nadimpali. Brandon Ing.
Jackson Stone Hanlon.
Jackson Thomas Rutecki.
Alexander Young.
Jose Francisco Mesa. Llamosas.
Cameron DeMello.
Madison Rose Zadravek.
Emma Grace DeMarco.
Catherine Elizabeth Gillig. Red Grace Hoffman.
Michelle Alyssa Freeman.
Sarah Ilyasbai Sheikh.
Hafsa Rahman.
Catherine Jones Seguin.
Rhea Jansen.
Gabriela Aliana Fiato.
Cole Spencer Greenfield. Hernan Eduardo Garcia Peña.
Yusuf Elaidi.
Anushka Mata.
Ria Rose Thekathala.
Carissa Phillips.
Megan Rose Burke. Mary Elizabeth Cipulo. Paloma Margarita Figueroa.
Kathleen Ada Chapey.
Isabella Castillo Springall.
Magnolia Jane Salman. Josephine Akini Taylor. Michael John Stottlemyre.
Michael Jerkowitz. Suvir P. Ganta.
Samantha Juliet Steer.
Alexandra Ann Yendrachek.
Gianna Irene Romanos.
And now, the Department of Chemical Engineering.
Owen John Curtis. Dante Joseph Cano.
Lauren Lee. Ira Hisi.
Avi Jagat Patel.
Lily Shee.
Daniel Thomas Huber.
Liam Jack Davis. Matthew Shea Bowman.
Glenn Manuel Grimmett.
Nicholas Teacha.
Jessica Jane Hunt. Juliet Xiujun Ayamiho. Kara Alexa Louie. Monik J. George.
Elizabeth Rita Nemec.
Charles Andrew Wallace.
Helena Ray Grad.
Julianne Marie Finn.
Ellery Olivia Sladesky.
Kaylee Elizabeth O'Melia.
Haley R. Weilbacher.
Lindsay Grace Moran.
Alexandra Dyer Schwalbach.
Avtar Jossel.
Sheikh Khalifa Abdullah Salman Al Khalifa.
Alexander Joseph Steck.
Joshua Michael Tsui.
Christopher Dent Lenahan Jr.
Mithun Mohandas Baliga.
Liam Obukala.
Anthony John Zappala.
Nathan S. Quijano.
Matthew K. Ming Longton. Jacob Ryan Lieber.
Zainab Betul Ai. Shiran Chen.
John David Taylor IV.
Sebastian Gilby Cockler. Evan James Lentz.
Bushido Asagai Ellis.
Lauren Ishuan Liang.
Matthew Ryan Murphy.
Jonathan Zhang.
Allison Jordan Pollard.
Stephen Andrew Landry.
Elizabeth Olson.
Christina Anolek.
Antoinette Jenna Guariano. Dikshita Gorepati.
Athanasios Padazopoulos.
Taya Liutkas.
Isabella Lynn Serrano.
Anna Noor Assad.
Aaron McCrae.
Lillian Andrea Woodard. Rachana Samaskandan.
Sophia Christine Roger.
Julia Lorraine Stancione.
Nicholas Raymond Locks.
Dominic Glenn Pizzarella.
Thomas Joseph Dupin. Mahir Nazirali Khalifa.
Victor Ribeiro Sanctis.
Daisy Samantha Roberts.
Chase Ann Davino.
Anna Willers Lunger.
Annalise Grace Quick.
Rosemary Ida Snyder. Madeline Joanna Zoe.
George Gerard.
Thomas Chu. Benjamin Stewart Brown.
Johanna Rain Oiguaran.
Jonah Stephen Clark. Cheney Elizabeth Dietz.
And now the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering.
Malin Garfinkel.
Aiden Gabriel Bielkin. Parker Burgett.
Quinn Peter Mulligan. Philip Patrick Paventa.
Kobe Marshall Hirsch.
Young.
Shu Jie Liu.
Qing Bang Wen.
David Noah McAllister.
Yosef Gultana Kaveda.
Heather Lynn Blago.
Anthony Leo Kokovic. Sean Henry Janik. Rian Kwok.
Carlton Alonzo Douglas.
Brendan Patrick Pearson.
Tharit Doronka Pitaya.
Tien Bao Pham.
Dominic Paul Gomes. Harrison Hartzell.
Ferris Nasser Denon.
Raimi Arco Karim. Allison Antoinette Kelly.
Mia Angelina Balistrieri.
Christopher Samuel Spalby.
Caden Lloyd Clark.
Samantha Nisha Hubrich.
Sania Shemdin Busum.
Lainey Rose Schneider.
Joelle Marie Nutter.
Isabel Anna Lekowit. Benjamin Hillel Cole.
Jack Fitzgerald.
William Free Locke.
Daniel Eduardo Bravo Arotia.
Gabriel Tabor Lukowiecki.
Franco Gorostiaga Zavala.
Leonidas Parashos.
Kyle Andrew Gold.
Justin Suarez.
Christopher Marshall Herrick.
Luca Vasiliou.
Andrew Mark Patton.
Peter Maxwell Borth.
Alexander David Tilner.
Leo Byers.
David Mitri.
Daniel Jones.
Nathan Thao.
Sydney Singh.
Giselle Salome French.
Matthew Cadu.
Malachi Jahan Oliver.
Ohene Esante Boahin.
Sean Randolph Thornhill. Patrick Joseph Uglum.
Jeffrey John Son Moberly Chan.
Serena Lamb. Evelyn Lavelle.
Erica Christensen.
Christopher Keeney.
Vani Agarwal. Gia Giovanna Antonelli.
Catherine Rennie Yates. Allison Malia Wilson.
Megana Paras.
Shen Lei Yi.
Giselle Burry.
Sophie Victoria Ray. Sarah Jean Pinkowski.
Ivan Lin.
Tuan Kian No.
Michaela Marie Davis.
Mark Alexander Tananikin.
Pedro Conti. Jennifer Wynn Esfahani.
Kinga Lewandowska.
Sydney Harper Scherer Piles. Christina Sophia Pappas.
Matthew Joseph Doble.
Kayla Elizabeth Gillen.
Lily Drew Smith.
Olivia Vela Cherovino.
Eugenia Garza Garza.
Caroline Fraser.
Molly Victoria Larson. Maria Jose Galvan Murillo.
Natalie Bia Rabichev.
Eleanor Botnan Fisher.
Jesse Chien Whiteford. Gray Tynefield.
Brant Yul Barbera Huang. Daniel Robert Casso.
Shauna Elise Sproul. Caitlin Ryder Williams Kester.
Amy Anna Kim.
Alexis Soriano. Thomas Peter Zuccarello. Carter Knowles Wolf. Dhruv Kartik Thakur. Justin Matthew Devesa Siachi.
Thomas Charles Perry.
Blade Rocket Calico. Morgan Lung.
Lainey Burseth.
And now, the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering.
Daniela Salazar.
Daniel Anthony Fontaine. Samiha Boga.
Natalia Wilson.
Aria Goyle. Aiden Miguel Kaneshiro.
Nicholas Joseph Tarallo.
Luke James Morrison.
Marcus Fu Feng.
Patrick Andrade Rose. Kayla Nicole Mickelbust.
Grace Isabel Irwin. Abigail Roswell Johnson.
Claire Renee Edner.
Kellen McCarthy. Jake Robert Ross.
Garrett Robert Hockey. Anna Girl. Lena Hildrich.
Trin Rist. Michael Machenko.
Rauli Alberto Fabian Pimentel.
Nicholas Peter Goritsky.
Benjamin Cole Bolgla. Anthony John Chamon.
Alexander Stephen Meal.
Ryan Cahill Daler.
Jonah Isak Leves.
Caden Ping Du.
Margaret Tong.
Hari Narayanam.
Casey Thomas Holden.
Tyler Exilian.
Samuel Thomas Sheehan. Alex D. Smith Lisandra.
Alston Liu. Brian Nicholas Teruo Kubanek.
Anthony Kofi Fofi Adade Jr. Carl Felix Abrahamson.
Sebastian Paul Torres.
Adrian Criollo.
Jose Adrian Garza.
Juan Zapata.
Christopher Shadi Alalam.
Govind Allen Luck.
Zachary William Perry.
Dylan Michael Donahue. Reed Christopher Chandler.
Jin Hyun Huang.
Jack Zua.
Abinov Diddy.
Lanny Tseng. Yash Sahu. Nicholas Tyler Walton.
John Joseph Michael Foley. Brady Patrick Conlon. Robert Anthony Costello.
Stephanie Patricia Rungoni.
Rajani Jade Tabor.
Emily Hutchins. Rida Javed.
Samarth Bardwaj. Carlos Cueto. Eric Concannon.
Caitlin Elizabeth O'Flaherty.
Madeline Grace Coco.
Kai Johnson. Ishan Jawar. Neha Elizabeth Joby. Adinkya Joshi. Charles Joseph.
Karthik Reddy Yalala.
Aiden Cole DeSalvo.
Daniel Klevak the Magnificent.
Jesse Akiva Siegel.
Yuchi Fan.
Kevin Sue. Michael Angelo Sekensky. Celine Seman.
Martin Bories Majarao.
Shane Lurkvikarn. Oliver Hugh.
Leah Rachel Schechter. Ashley Noella Wu.
Sam Ryan Berlind.
Jordan Christopher Stewart.
Armani Piguero.
Yide Song. Yusian Sun.
Alejandro Manuel Campa Maldonado.
Jonathan Lin Chi.
Nicholas Patrick Chotai. Samantha Cristina Diaz. Maya Calo de los Santos.
Zachary Walker Liang.
Omar Kolkaz.
Noraya Englund.
Rostislav Rozhak.
Minghao Zhou.
Junyan Dai.
Jaden Alistair Mack.
Kabato Abbas Burka. Rania Akram Al-Shawabke.
Ananya Eswara Tadigadapa.
Justin Andrew Barr. Salvatore Allen Campo Jr. Daniel Devori.
Sean Vumbako. Ana Herhoa Toreao A. Braz.
Katie Mary Wynn.
Evangelos Ioannis Barus.
Evan Robert Gurry. Keegan Paul Lanzalotta.
Gabrielle Marie Acuna.
Jack Taylor Price.
Thomas Bell.
Wendy Kishby.
Alex LaShawn Wong. John Paul Valente.
Mohammad Mazin Rahu.
Jason Tyler Tuma.
Daniel Luis Pitch.
Marty Sulloway.
Oreste Olimpo III.
Aiden Lee Harges.
Daniel Ruperez.
Jonah Benjamin Saunders. Mark Stauffer.
Ryan Michael Monahan.
Troy Thomas Hutchinson.
Samantha Moy.
Michael Zhang. Shengpo Chao.
Thomas Stephen Rowan.
Luca Wu.
Joshua Samuel Dauber.
Charles Gong Zhao.
Gideon Lewis Rabson. Thomas Nuchen.
Masha Mihal Drapkin.
Aaron Key Riesenbach. Sophia Kolobayev. Jason Lay.
Jeffrey Chen. Catherine Costa.
Thuong Vo Song Tran. Kyle May Verhagen.
Jeremy Mitchell Gagnon.
Moses Kayanja Yahweh. Abdul Razak Surakat.
Alexandros Paliotas. Hayden Paul Rosenberg.
Hamza Naim Iqbal.
Munin Munt.
Mohandeep Singh Kapoor.
Thomas Ryan Michael.
Aidan Robert Kenaway.
Sophia Emily Piri.
Claire Joy Cregan.
Katrina Lay.
Justin Soto.
Viraj Lawande. Dante John Lopriori.
Michael David Brodsky. Anson G. Bridges.
Grant Wynn Peterson.
Brian Jiang. Samuel Wesley Higgins. Jasmine Renee Harris.
Arul Balsari. Griffin Joseph Boyle. Connor Kyle Albright. Carson Win Dang.
Alexander Pervizi. Nathaniel Hunjun Pyo.
Jiwoo Yoon.
Gary Lavov. Alexander Atticus Gustav Ingar.
Timothy Orlean Bennett. Andre Augustinelli. Jack Bordner Bassick.
Melissa Jong. Vincent Bin Lee.
Priyam Modi.
Aidan Jordan Benjamin. Logan Mason Bader.
William Jia Liu.
Javier Gabriel Vidal.
Clarence Ong.
Alexander Astorina. Vinayajitesh Balaji.
Aditya Vijay. Derek Tang.
Viraj Jayaraman.
Sean Michael Charles. Noah Hunter Assam. Tyree Doss.
And now, mechanical and industrial engineering.
Injun Joan. Scott Lozier.
Tan Dao.
Stephen Chen Wu. Maz Sadiq.
Thomas Roland Richards.
Emma Grace Terhune.
Daniel Korn.
Lily Spitzer Vanich.
Riley Thomas Hurley.
Jesse Kate Cowling. Mateo Nicolas Flores Jaramillo.
Xinyu Yang. Nicholas Stephen Strakota.
David Joseph Marcaccio, Jr.
Asaf Arieh. Joseph Michael Atala.
Alparslan Karabajak.
Thomas Eckel.
Jack Oliver Hansen.
Ryan Liam Norris.
Junko Abe. Kelsey Jing Cao.
Aaron Christian Michael Muldrew.
Sean Robert Soleski.
Emily Day Brown.
Christopher Jordan Pochia. Isabella Maurizio.
Gabriel Alejandro Hidalgo Orea.
Benjamin Borger Wilkinson.
Christopher Pike.
Brian Ewan.
Perry Latra Duran. Murray Gordon.
Sebastian Miguel Arguello.
Benjamin Beisler Previtt.
Isaac Alfonso Jaramillo.
Paolo Camilot.
Adriana Payton Lanza. Riley Griff Hubsher.
Colton Joseph Ray.
Brian Demkiv. Ethan Barham. Edson G. Almeida Filho.
Maosong Tim Joe.
Aditya Dargar.
Ashley Nygren. Julian Lucas Postak.
Andrew Charles. Batista Socio. Quincy Cole Webster.
Aura Erce Duchini.
James Nunzio Minardi.
Carter Hughes.
Samuel Thomas DeCosta. Tressa Sumier de Quina. Gabriela Donoso.
Nikki Trushkovsky.
Amanda Grace Polizzi.
Flavia Huerta.
Sarah Page Woodliff.
James Luke O'Brien. Alexander Lott Patton.
Elena Ann DeLucia. Ashley Ruth Banaszewski. Abigail Rose Falutico.
Tyler Richmond Smithrow.
James Richard Hopkins. Jenny Huo.
Aidan Timur Altman.
Hong Yi Jia. Evan Mark Harrison. Hannah Caitlin Nguyen.
Jeffrey Samuel Roman. Caitlin Elizabeth Maloney.
Julia Lin.
Richard Ukena Izua II. Ross Oldfield Spearman. Chris Wong. Edward Nathan Sakon. Oliver Schneck.
Tara Mora Fitzpatrick.
Micah O.
Adam Bradley Bryant. Stephen Catalina.
Sean Marine. Evan Queenie.
Diego Benjamin Acosta. Tom Crowther.
Jason Wijaja.
Pujan Amin. Maya Atasi.
Samarth Sharma. Rithan Tirumalasetti.
Rebecca Elsie DeBoard. Adam Sheraz Dudnath. Adam Joseph Frankenfield.
Shreyas Paul. William Chien. Pierce Allen Rosen Keith. Nicholas Robert Nelson. Thomas Richmond.
Raymond John Hilvert Jr.
Luke Daniel McKenzie. Garrett Andrew Noggid.
Farah Syed Iqbal.
Saad Mubarak.
Amar Hisham El Amin. Samuel A. Benenson.
Anubhav Mondal. Niels Martin Rongen.
James Aristamenes Winterstein. Arvani Tantonis.
Ian Robert McCarthy.
Nolan Michael Smithwick.
Jack Gallagher.
Daniel Jacob Braca.
Daniel Mujtaba Sistanwala. Benjamin Service.
Molly Rose O'Donnell.
Bianca Hannah DeMalig.
Isaiah Soicher.
Declan Davy Rogers. Joshua Benjamin Mazes.
Maggie Cassidy. Marika Bartels.
Luis Angel Ramos Jr.
Brandon Kwon. Gerard L. Hill. Benjamin Roger Leclerc.
Thomas Kazimierz Breen. Emily Hannah Devaney.
Grace Rulon Petak.
Emma Lee Wong.
Caroline Megan Ho.
Mia Katerina Ferrante.
Molly Xiaohua Hudsden. Samuel Max Lewis.
Ryan Alexander Casey.
Divan Singh.
Evan Miles Gregory. Nathan Woodard Condria.
Joseph Kieran Robert Winterlich.
Tristan Jonathan Hurd.
Antonio Ferreira Simas. Colin Yee Tracy.
Peter Daniel Milne.
Cody James Clifford.
Aaron Gaston Wilkinson. William John Walsh. Chris Jang.
Adam Peter DeBiase.
Andrew Charles Hayward. Ezekiel Kaplan.
Madeline Margaret McKee.
Timothy Edward Smith.
Christopher Outlaw.
Charlotte Elizabeth Clark. Vanessa Carolina Baquerizo. Sergio Alejandro Angulo Aguilar.
Benjamin Joseph Yoon. Samuel Teen-Chi Scroggy. Sophia Teplitsky.
Gilly Feng. Haley Lauren Brooks.
Joshua Andrew Weissert.
Alexander DeVargas Prokey.
Colby Martin Hegarty.
Madeline Rose Donifin. Michaela Jean Ong.
Lauren Lynn Ward.
Julia Lowe.
Mason Joshua Carpentier. Yaya Guled Adan.
Linda Yan. Ted Katadin Yee.
Karina Patricia Davis.
Maria Del Rocio Reeves.
Maylin Alexa Hauernbuckle.
Gianna Hope Antonacci. Ashnu Kasod.
Ayushi Sharad Sharma.
Grace Lepinig.
Jacob Boss. Stephen Gabriel Fontana.
Ali Peter Hamiz.
Isabella Nicole Senezal.
Eliza Willoughby.
Elizabeth Lee I. Collins.
Elizabeth Juan Neff.
Emma O'Brien Doherty.
Fergus Bean Sullivan.
Maximilian Hutton Boone.
Anil Kalan.
Nicholas Benjamin Basil.
Owen Garner Hagopian.
Ethan Antonio Claxton. Catherine Burke. Zachary Samuel Bartley.
Holly Quinn Lewis.
Nathaniel Mendoza Sumner Winslow. Amanda Cecilia Tao.
Lauren Michelle Flaherty.
Ariana Elizabeth Klusky.
Jillian Murphy.
Alyssa Chiuli.
Habiba Tafiq.
Omar Barghouti,
Anna Olmos Vico,
Andrei Vashkevich,
Adil Ikiz, Umer Hazar Kokten,
Bhavesh Matapathy,
Arsh Arora,
Monica Xiao,
Rakshit K. Bimsaria,
Andrew Han, Michael Lawrence Katz,
Niku Angier,
Helena Louise Loomis,
Lucia Ina June Marquez, Caroline Bergman Rouse,
Andrew David Bard, Matthew Charles Coughlin,
Henry Lane Silverstein,
Michael Harrison Nunez,
Robert Cheon Lee,
Anthony Chow,
James Ji Chan Kang,
Ellie Queenie,
Jacob Mohit Blatchford,
Adel Makar,
Daniel Fitzgerald Sullivan,
Colin Jared McHugh,
Tom Koo,
Amira Omoami Amao,
Karen Sophie Hamaguchi,
Suchi Patel,
Ryan Charles George, Gabriela Gonzalez,
Alexander Manfred Schultz,
Kareem Kane,
Dante Emmanuel Peen,
Lucas Lumaki Kirma,
John Schelling,
Kendrick Langenbach,
George Nathaniel Primoff,
Tobias Evan Seidel,
Ebube S. Onwusiga,
Heidi Rose Self,
Faith Catherine Ferreira,
Julian Isaac Richa,
Waleed Christopher Saade,
Andres Cotter,
Ana Teresa Ulivi, Maria Alexandra Serrano,
Mayor Ati Eskenazi, Gabriel de Jesus Cabrera Diaz, Pier Paolo Bonarelli,
Leon Antonio Noboa Serrano,
Isaac Ephraim Ackerman,
Nicolas Urrutia Siecavedza,
Gianmarco Bilao,
Alden Israel Rivers,
Jarrett Salvador David,
Joseph Douglas Williams, Liam Summers,
Boon Young Ko,
Daniel Adam Nika, Nicholas Rosales Nowak, Kevin Ing,
Johan Cho,
Erica Jenny Liu.
Kimberly Ann Stockeye.
Mateo Farah.
Tamor Sharif Riyad.
Jan Chebli. Marcelo Elizondo Villarreal.
George Ernest Megdanis.
David Lobo Guerra.
Lorenzo Zapata Gonzalez.
Nicholas James Roque.
Matthew Hirano Lehoiski.
Zachary Ford Fowler. David Anthony Eklund II.
Max Frail.
Justin Chow.
Jude Maverick Liat. Owen Thomas Kelly.
Salman Ahmed Shafkat.
Thomas Spencer Katurikis.
Henry Norris Fuller Boyd.
Emma Grace Taduziak. Ronish Kamal Singh.
Ayush Anand Maurya.
Nicole Noel Guadagno.
Jack Angelo Conger. Megan Claire Baginski.
Alexandra Sophia Vergara Anglim.
Elise Pella Dworachik Hall.
Ben Michael Luis Orton. Sam Reynolds Munro. Barima Okiere.
Luca Del Vescovo. Rehan Devaravar. Kayliana Grace Allen Cockerham.
Ariana Maribel Pertuz.
Ethan Craig Walker.
Gabriel Philip Bozeski.
Julianne Nicole Schaefer.
Talon Kalikian.
Shiwen Yang.
Janina Lowe.
Ariella Sakai.
Jungwon Cho.
Eli Huang. Aaron Kim.
William James Moore III.
Hank Lewis Lenning.
Dominic Anthony Natale.
Grace Chen. Christina Emilia Biner.
Ethan Critical Neal.
Tyler Raymond Johnson.
Samuel George Maynard Evans. Rafi Kalfani Joko Sutono. Jason Feng.
Brandon Nabil Sad.
Lauren Michelle Paynton.
Isabella Margarita Clancy.
Zaroon Benny Wu.
I'm supposed to deliver my charge right now. You ready? You ready to be charged up? Ooh, you better bring more of that tomorrow, okay? On behalf of the engineering faculty, staff, and alumni, I'd like to congratulate you once again and wish you the very best for a rewarding and impactful future. I'd also like to thank our faculty and volunteers and your family and friends who shared in your accomplishment and celebrated with you today from Boston or at home across the globe. Graduates, you have received your alumni pin with your cap and gown. Wear it proudly as you are now part of a global community of 350,000 Northeastern alumni around the world. And remember to wear it on your gown proudly tomorrow at Fenway Park commencement. And wherever you are, remember you always have a home at Northeastern because you are Huskies for life. In fact, we are committed to empowering you at every stage of your journey. As you graduate into a dynamic landscape where AI and emerging technologies become your partners in the workplace, your ability to adapt and grow will be essential. We're here to help you do that with an exclusive Class of 2025 Alumni Scholarship, offering you a tuition-free, did you hear that, parents? Tuition-free way to earn a graduate certificate that evolves your skills in an ever-changing professional world where opportunity is always in motion. To learn more, surprise number one, refer to the card on your chair. This is a free continuation of your education. This is the key to becoming an evolving lifelong learner. And as you pass through the stage, that's why we gave you a keychain to remind you of the College of Engineering. The key to your future, the keychain to remember. Okay, I promised you 3 special surprises, and we've had 2 so far. I want to end our celebration with something very special, something that we are going to do to celebrate tomorrow at Fenway as a community of the College of Engineering. In my role as dean, I'm going to step up to the microphone and ask all of you to stand while I attest to the president that you've met all the qualifications for your degree. We only have 30 seconds, but we want to make it memorable. So, when I'm called up to the podium and I ask you to rise, we are going to do a collective performance. And I prepared a little video to teach you.
All right, College of Engineering graduates, when I step up to the mic at Fenway, it's time for you to all go big. Ready? It's the time for the College of Engineering to go. Time for COE to go. COE-TOGO. Got it? Whew, that's what I'm talking about. Yes! Okay, maybe it would help if we just all stood up. Okay, stand up. Let's go slow at first. COE-TOGO. 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 I think we need some music. Hit it. C-O-E-T-O-G-O. C-O-E-T-O-G-O.
You can do it.
C-O-E-T-O-G-O. C-O-E-T-O-G-O. All right, time for you out there. Let's get up. Let's see if you can do it now. Ready? C-O-E-T-O-G-O. 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 Oh, hey, look down there. Tanya D. Nabout, he's got it. Follow him. Ready? C-O-E-T-O-G-O. 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 Way to go!
You think you can do that? Okay, so here's what's going to happen. First, if you want to rehearse tonight and tomorrow morning, grab that QR code, gives you the lesson. Show up with all your energy. We have only 30 seconds. Provost Madigan is going to call me up to represent the College of Engineering. I'm going to jump up to the podium, and I'm going to say, College of Engineering, it's time to go. That's your cue to stand. College of Engineering, it's time to go. That is your cue to stand. College of Engineering, it's time to go. Right? It's time for COE to go. Ready? C-O-E-T-O-G-O. C-O-E-T-O-G-O. One more time. C-O-E-T-O-G-O. Mr. President, these individuals have clearly done what they need to get their degree. And that'll be it. Okay? So, class of 2025, this now concludes our celebration. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for this festive occasion, and warmest congratulations to all of our graduates.
Thank you all for attending today's celebration. At this time, the ceremony has concluded. We ask that the audience please remain in their seats until the platform party and graduates have recessed. Graduates, please follow your line marshals to the outer bowl and proceed to the Husky Hospitality Hub at Cabot Cage on Huntington Avenue. Guests, after the graduates have recessed, please make your way to the exits nearest to you so that we may prepare for the next event. And please join your graduates at the Husky Hospitality Hub for photos and light refreshments.